Man, this bitch just wants an easy life. She wants some dude to pay for it.
But women should have the opportunity and the choice.
So do you think women should work too?
Women should be allowed to work.
No, I mean like in your relationship, if you're not raising kids, should you both in your marriage, let's say you get married, have a job, both of you?
Yeah, but I think that
Like, all those other chicks are bored. Like, what the fuck? You fat bitch, shut up.
woman's job could be a little less harsh, I guess. Like, women shouldn't have to go work some 9 to 5 and do this climbing of
This chick is clearly delusional. I like her demeanor, though. I like her chill, but she overvalues herself big time.
a corporate ladder.
No pun intended. I mean, she's big, but she overvalues big time.
But like for myself, I've found a job that allows me to stay home and is not super strenuous. And I think that a lot of women should be able to have the option to either stay at home or work.
What would you do?
Lol Paladins donated $69. W to Rachel. Eltafat prostitute feminists who have no value and TikTok he whores who hate men and provide no value to society. The problem is they had mothers, but their mothers are bad people.
My mother's amazing. I love her very much.
I'm just, it's wild to me because you asked, do I hear how my husband talks to women? I
Giovanni
actually think he's
JD
way too
donated
nice.
$69. Don't forget,
There's two more
first
coming
Cher
in.
did it as well,
Thank you, Jim.
including BG, and said she couldn't remember if she ever did B/B/G. Pretty sure anyone that's got gangbanged and posted it would remember.
I have not gotten gangbanged, and BBG is not the same thing as a gangbang, but okay.
Threesome. Have you done a threesome?
Not two guys.
GMD Jim donated $69. You called him your partner. Partners split expenses.
Two more
He
after
is
this.
not your husband. He could just hire a cleaner and a
Thank
prostitute
you, Jim.
with a nice body. You are just too ungrateful, leech.
I don't think he would agree with that, but okay.
Let's ask him what he thinks.
There's another one coming in. Random Bear.
Random
thank you.
underscore bear donated $69.
And one
Rachel
more.
be like, I got out of bed for this, and look this good. I will bring the heat.
We must.
I look terrible. I look
No.
terrible, but thank you. It's fine. It's
Wait,
fine.
you're shaking your head. A star. That's not very judgment. Also,
Love your
Rachel looks very dapper. Rachel looks very dapper.
Jeff
I
Bader
literally
donated
just like put on face
$200.
cream and was like
Rachel is
tucking myself
Titus
into bed, and Andrew
245.
comes upstairs. So
Rachel is Titus 245. What's that?
that's the Titus 2 wife. It's like a description of like what an honorable woman is and how she acts and operates in the world. So thank you. That's a lovely
Dude, I wish I had $200 to donate. Shit, I wish I had $69 to donate.
compliment.
Thanks, Biden, for this economy. Biden Harris.
I certainly have my flaws. It's not like I'm over here being a perfect wife or anything, but the point is I try and I care about,
Brian's
trying to
lint
do
roller
something
donated $69. Rachel is out of the kitchen, but she's still fugging, cooking.
Okay. Now, since Rachel also came down, she wanted to address, I guess, your criticisms. You said, Andrew, he has animosity towards
You know, it doesn't pay just to be a nice person. Good character, qualities. That doesn't pay the bills.
women and that he hates women.
Yes, and so does she. And
Captain
Oh, boy.
donated
Oh, boy.
$69.
Found someone just
I
as
definitely take a
mean-spirited.
bullet for the girl in the white crop top. This girl is based and hot. The world needs more of that. She'd be a great woman for any man.
Or girl.
I want to address the gap
I love tube tops. Is that a crop top? I don't know. I love tube tops. Woo, fuck, man.
gal with
I'll
the pink
pause
hair
the
real quick
TTS.
because I did hear her say that. It is not hatred to criticize women. It is in no way hateful to notice when women are acting like entitled narcissists and to call them out on that. Like I said, all the women at this table could
I'd straighten up that pink girl's hair. I'd straighten up that girl with the pink hair. I'd change her views. In a good way, though. You know, I wouldn't be an ass. I wouldn't be a dick, but I think I could convince her.
Tell me all night long about what they think they deserve and what their rights are and what they should have and what they ought be able to do. But none of you can tell me what duties, responsibilities, or obligations you have outside of yourself to society, to the people around you. You would say things like, I'm smart and I'm funny and I'm just a really great person and I'm a good friend, and all these worthless platitudes. But there's no like sacrifice. You don't ever feel you need to sacrifice anything for anyone outside yourself. You're not willing to have sleepless nights so that you can raise babies and produce human beings that are going to go out into the world and have a legacy and have an effect, right? You're not really willing to do much of anything unless it benefits you. And then if someone questions, if Andrew comes on here and says, let me poke around and see why you think these things. Let me see if there's any logic behind your beliefs. Let me see if you even understand why you believe the things you believe. You think that's hateful. You think that's misogynistic. You think he's mean. No, it's just that you're used to being treated like a child princess with women who's actually lived. Women. It's just
coming from someone who I know personally, I'm not a 10. I am very self-aware in that regard. I think that there might be animosity coming from you because you're maybe not as good looking.
Oh, I'm definitely not. I've been on the show. I've rated myself. But I grew up in an era where we didn't all think we were models. When you were growing up in the 80s and 90s,
what is this big chick? I give her a fucking 3. And that's being generous. I mean, she kind of a little pretty face potential, but nah, man.
I didn't think they were a 10. Like, all of us girls who were not going to have modeling careers or be the hot cheerleader. Huh?
You're calling those boys simps.
No, I'm calling your boy a simp. He's a simp. That's simp behavior. A nice boy who likes you isn't the same thing as some absolute goober who's gonna pay for all your crap.
He's not paying for everything.
Anything.
I'm just saying, at the beginning of the relationship, on the first couple dates, a man should take the investment and pay for the first couple dates.
She's not paying for everything.
I think a man should want to, but a woman shouldn't be able to expect it. Especially if you're not thinking very much about it. But,
She said that his family's paying for some.
Yeah. And I think it's only fair that I pay a portion of rent.
For a girlfriend?
Mortgage.
You're not even married. Like, why would his family pay for your stuff? You're not
they're
married
not.
to this guy.
He said that
They're
his
not.
brother or something about
They
the
all
apartment.
own a
Nepo
home,
family.
and I help with
She pays the water
some
bill.
of the bills.
She pays some of the mortgage.
I pay some of the mortgage.
She pays the
that's not
water
even
bill.
my question is, it's not even fitting to the dynamic that you're expressing so much interest in. Like, you're expressing so much interest in not only the first dates, but that you also want to be supported by this person. And this
I don't
dynamic,
think that means not paying any bills or doing any sort of housework or like helping in the relationship. Like, I don't think that it's entitled. I just think that it's a better dynamic long term for a man who has the financial stability to be with them rather than a man who doesn't have any sort of future plan to provide for you.
Do you think the woman needs a future or plan, though?
I think that women should, and this might be controversial too. Is she gone?
she's here.
She's still here?
She's still here.
Oh, okay. I think it might be controversial, but I think women, even if they're not working a traditional 9-to-5, should have some sort of money saved up separate from their husbands in case there's domestic violence or there's divorce or things like that. Like, you should have some of your own income.
I don't think you need a keepsake of, like, if there's domestic violence. I think, like, you
For
need
your
to
own
be
sake.
contributing. Yeah, like, you should feel safe in your relationship and, like, pick something. If you want a job, and that's equal. Or you could do the equal housework and have kids. Like, there's an equality thing that's different. Feminists believe that there's equality, but you're talking about things not being equal.
Where does he find? Where do they get these chicks from? Would they put like an ad out on Craigslist or something, or what? Where do they get these girls?
I think it is equal. Like,
I am going to jump off here because Andrew's going to come back, and I am actually going to go to bed. But does anybody have any like final questions or phones to pick it
I
all?
think Star back there had like a thing she wanted to come back and say.
I'm just curious if anyone on the
Sorry, what? Oh.
I'm just curious if anyone else on the show has brought up like internalized misogyny to you.
Yeah, I get it every day of my life. So you don't know my background,
okay.
but I wrote a book about the history of feminism and how almost everything that the normal person thinks about it is actually wrong. The way that the feminist liberation movements unfolded is garbage that was rewritten history by women's studies departments. And I debate feminists all the time, so this is normal for me. Of course, I've heard absolute garbage bullshit like internalized misogyny. It's not a thing. It doesn't exist. It's pure cope.
Okay.
I love women, but I do think that women have proper roles. And I think that the biggest problem, the problem with you and most of the other girls that have a problem with me, is that you don't understand that this modern world and all this beautiful technology around you that you're sitting in right now, if it weren't for men building that and maintaining that, you would have no illusion of being able to be a strong, independent woman and have all these choices and do what
But
you
why
want.
do men do all of that?
They do it because they're benevolent and they are good. Isn't that crazy? They're actually really nice and they care about us even though they don't have to.
But they're getting
If men
something out of
If men
you.
were as bad and misogynistic as you think, they would.
What is your guy getting out of you, I wonder? You must give really good head or hand jobs. And I love a good hand job. But what the fuck is he getting from you?
Put us in cages and we'd be, we're as they care about us even though they don't have
But
to.
they're getting
You.
something out of
If men
you.
were as bad and misogynistic as you think, they would put us in cages and we'd be, baby farms. There would be baby farms.
I think you might be a little bit of a baby farm.
Because they could. No, they could.
You're
They
a bit of
could
a
do that
baby
to us,
farm.
but
Haven't you popped out 5 children?
Yeah,
You're
I'm
a baby
mother.
farm.
Oh,
I
is
think
that
that's the
supposed to be
ultimate
an
form of
insult?
sex work, actually.
What's that?
I think that you popping out 5 children is the ultimate form of sex work because without those
Why-
children,
Why
would your
are you
husband
using
provide for
This
you?
chick is
language? Wait a minute,
delusional.
Why
Do you
are
think
you
your
using
parents
degrading
are a
language?
baby farm?
Popping out babies. Popping out babies? This
Well,
is so
if
you're
you-
against
If you didn't
people having babies?
if you didn't provide children, would your husband marry you?
No.
Exactly.
Why should he?
Exactly. So you're a baby farm to him.
Marrying
No,
someone is
these
also
are
about
my
starting a
children.
family.
Yeah, a family.
These are my
A
children
baby
too.
farm,
You
essentially.
should
Do you
be so lucky because you're gonna die alone.
Okay.
Early.
Thank
Probably
you so
early.
much.
She only feels the way she does because she's so fat and doesn't get much.
On
Wait.
top of that, so
Thank you so
I mean,
much.
if you
The only thing she gets much of is obviously food, calories.
would you like me to go wake up my children and get them down here too, so you can tell them that they're like
No.
gross little
I don't think it's
trophies,
appropriate.
that
I don't think it's really
popped
appropriate.
them out, that they're the result of baby farm. I mean, take your little snarky little insults and shove them up your ass because
Okay.
Do you think
it's
your
women like
parents
me.
did that?
It's women.
Well, Rachel really got defensive there, man. She got hot. She's like, don't talk about my kids.
Women like me
My
who are
chil-
doing
my parents only
what
had
women are
one
supposed
child.
to do.
My parents
You
only
are
had one.
useless. You are a useless heifer who has never
Hey.
done anything except
You're
gratify your
a
own
great
desires.
woman.
Be
You're a
nice.
very godly woman, aren't
Both of you be nice.
You started it. Hey, you can dish it out, but you can't
I
take
started it. Didn't you come on? You're
called
talking about
me a
McFlurries
baby
or something.
farm. You called me a baby farm, and now you're going to pretend to be offended? Get the fuck
I
out.
said you're the ultimate sex worker, actually.
Okay.
She's a
Yeah,
mother.
me being devoted to one man for 17 years and giving him
You're the
children is
ultimate.
sex work.
You're the
Okay.
ultimate
So your
sex worker.
parents
This girl clearly doesn't even know what good sex is. Oh my gosh, she is missing out on life.
are also part of a baby farm because you were born.
My mom had one child and she
What does that
also
have to
worked.
do?
She, but I know that my parents would have gotten married without having to have children.
If I milk a cow, the cow's still providing milk, though, even if
On
I
the
only milk him
farm.
once. So you're
Now
calling
look,
yourself.
we don't believe that marriage is only for the purpose of children. Had we gotten married and
I used to always hear that bullshit from one of my girlfriend's father about, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? Is what he would always tell her. And I would be like, because I want the fucking cow. The milk is a bonus.
for some reason, biologically, I couldn't, I had a medical issue and could not give Andrew children, he would not have divorced me and he would not have left me. That's not what we believe in. We believe
I'm done with this shit, man. Omar.